Hey guys, LJ Aguinaga here with LJ Realties. Today, this video isn't just real estate specific, but actually will affect you in anything that has to do with borrowing, whether that's a car, that's your next home, or just lines of credit, etc. Today I'm going to be talking about credit and how to really maximize your credit score and make sure that you're always in good standing for any future purchases or indebtedness. There are three major things that I like to think about when talking about credit and maintaining a solid credit score. The first thing would be, do you pay your credit facilities on time? So what are credit facilities? First of all, credit cards, obviously, lines of credit, mortgages, car payments, your Bell or Videotron or utility bills in that sense, cell phone bills as well. You have to make sure that you're making at least the minimum payment on the day that it is due, okay? So even if you are carrying a balance, and obviously that's not the best thing, but that's very much okay, as long as you're making the minimum payment when it is due or before, you will always stay in good standing from that perspective, okay? So that's the first thing I want you guys to remember. Secondly, are you utilizing more than 50% of the credit available to you? Now this is very much specific to lines of credit and credit cards in particular. So let's say you have a $5,000 credit card and you've used up to $2,500. Now it's okay to use it during one billing cycle and pay it off before the end of the billing cycle. But if you are keeping a balance on that card and you're keeping more than 50% of that balance, credit facilities or Equifax, TransUnion, the companies that actually take a look into your credit will say, uh-oh, this person might have some problems in terms of liquidity right now. Let's make sure to let everybody know that we should lower his credit score a little bit in order to protect them for future credit, okay? So ways to prevent that is obviously keeping your credit, whether it's a line of credit or credit card, below 50%. And again, if you go over for a bit, it's not the end of the world. Just make sure to try and get it down to below that 50% mark as soon as you can. So the third thing that is super important when looking at credit scores is, have you requested a lot of credit recently? So have you requested for new credit cards? You saw a special on American Express and the Sears card and, well, the Bay because Sears closed down. But have you been requesting a lot of credit? Maybe 3 new cell phone lines and a Videotron and this and that. That tells the banking and the credit system that you're in desperate need of money. And whenever somebody's in desperate need of money, banks have a safeguard to protect them, saying, uh-oh, let's lower the credit score in order to make sure that this person or everyone who might potentially give them credit is aware that they've made a lot of requests recently. Now, there's 2 points to that, because a lot of people always tell me, LJ, you told me to get a pre-approval, but they're gonna run my credit. Is that gonna lower my credit score and all of a sudden I'm not gonna qualify? No, if you're in normal standing and you go do 1 application or even 2 applications at 2 different banks or maybe credit cards, it's not a problem, because the way it works is exponential decrease. So the more times you request at different places, the bigger the impact is going to be. If you make 1 mortgage request or 1 line of credit or whatever it might be, you might lose 1, maybe 3 points out of sort of 900 plus points, okay? Not a big deal. But if you do several requests back to back to back, that's when we're going to start having an issue, okay? So that's my summary on credit, how to keep your credit optimized. And remember those tips. I look forward to seeing your comments below. Take care.